So do you guys sometimes feel like you just want to give up on school, work, or just life in general? Well, a student once said, never do today what you can put off till next week. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how we should learn how to prioritize school and how stressful it is, and also how just trying your best will help you out. So when the student says trying your best, when the student says that you need to put off stuff just for a day, what first came into my head was school. So some of us are part-time and full-time students. We have deadlines. Sometimes we have so much stuff on our plate that we don't even know how we're doing it, how we're managing it. But it's something that has been instilled in us since we were younger. You know, all these learnings and teachings that we've been having from elementary to middle school to high school has brought us to where we are now. So it's important that we understand how valuable everything is and how great school and work, where it's going to take us to where we want to be. But we are only human. We can only do so much. And that's why if you need to take a day off or two of like clearing your mind and making sure that you as a person are fine yourself, making sure that you're trying your best and you're doing what's good for you. So that's what I mean by school. And so the next thing is prioritizing. If you feel like you need to take a day off and you need to, maybe do a little bit of schoolwork for like 2 hours, and I could go hang out with my friends, or I can go write this essay really quick, and I could go hang out with my family, or just making sure that you guys are using your time wisely, but also make sure that you guys are having those times with your loved ones and making sure that you're not stressing yourself or burning yourself out, because that's happened before to me personally. And it's not healthy. You need to make sure that you're not only there for yourself, but for other people, because when you have so much as a workload, it's so unhealthy sometimes. Because I'm going to share a personal story with you, but a couple months ago I was sick and I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I wanted to do with school. I was going to drop all my classes. It was making me really unhappy. And I suffered my first panic attack, an anxiety attack, and it was something that I never wanted to experience ever again, because it's honestly the worst feeling. I wouldn't put on my worst enemy to have it, because you're not in control. And so my mom always told me, like, you're trying your best, like you are just thinking so much, and you need to make sure that you're applying yourself, because you're smart. And you just need to make sure that you're trying, and I know you are. So if you fail, or if you do something bad and you miss an assignment, don't worry about it. It's not the big of a deal, So, which leads me to trying your best. Like I said, we are humans. We cannot always do everything. We're going to miss the deadline. We're going to miss assignments, It's going to be stressful, and those points mean so much to us. And, if you miss them, it's oh well. You try better the next time, or do another assignment the next time. But you knowing yourself that you're trying, that's huge already. You have to be proud that you're here, sitting down, you're breathing, you're alive. A lot of people don't have the same opportunities that we have right now. So just remember that you are so blessed with the things that you guys have. And that's what this quote made me think about. So I reviewed how you guys should prioritize, how to prioritize your time, how you guys should balance school, and to just never give up and to try, because it is something that is very, very important. And thank you.
No, you keep it. That's your souvenir for the day. If you want me to autograph it after class, I will do so.
Maybe.
All right, Tiffany, I thought you did very nicely on a lot of things. The rhetorical question at the beginning is a reasonable attention device. I thought you had a good transition to telling us what the topic was, and you identified the topic pretty clearly. Your thesis was maybe a little bit ambiguous. I mean, you did identify it, but it felt like it wasn't quite as sharp as it could be, sort of like you were reinterpreting it as you were saying it. I didn't really hear a preview statement, and when I'm listening to the speech, I can tell that you've got a division of ideas, but I couldn't tell you what those separate ideas were. And you helped yourself a little bit at the end of the speech when you're having the summary, kind of reminding us what the points were. But I think you also ran into the same problem. I said, well, I know there were different points, but I'm not quite sure how distinct they were. So I think that that's, the main weakness in the speech. The delivery aspects of it are really solid, but the content was pretty good too, by the way. I think you could use a little bit of detail in a couple of your examples. I like the story about, being sick and having panic attack. I thought that worked pretty well with what you were talking about and the way you got advice from your mom. I thought that's the kind of stuff that you want to have more of in the speech, and you did a good job on that. The delivery stuff is really solid. You are confident, you stand in one spot, but you don't look like you were frozen in that spot because you relax your body, you shift your weight occasionally, you do change the orientation of your shoulders while you're talking to people. Your facial expressions are really animated. I know sometimes the early morning classes, the class is a little, quiet and I don't want to say non-responsive, but they aren't necessarily as energetic as they are a little bit later in the day. But you don't let any of that kind of affect you. You're just going to talk to us and do whatever you can to make it interesting and engaging, and I thought that you did a nice job on that. Your voice could maybe project just a little bit more, but it's very animated. You went through everything with a good degree of energy, like I said. And the summary, I think, helped quite a bit too, like I said before. All right, thank you.